Hey, welcome back. Today, we're talking about something most people don't even think about, but it can pay really well and change your life. I'm talking about starting your career on an oil rig. Huge platforms, roaring machines, long hours, but also big money and adventure you won't find anywhere else. Stick with me, and I'll show you exactly how to get started step by step so you can actually make what's an oil rig? Let's jump right in. Ever wondered what it's like to work miles out in the ocean, surrounded by nothing but water and sky? That's where oil rigs come in. Picture a giant mechanical structure towering above the waves, buzzing with machines, lights, and people, running non-stop to pull oil from deep underground. That's not a movie set, that's real life. Rigs aren't all the same. Onshore rigs sit on land in deserts, plains, or anywhere oil hides underground. Offshore rigs float or are fixed in the sea, sometimes hundreds of miles from shore. These giants survive storms, huge waves, and fierce winds. Engineers design every inch with a purpose. Some sit on shallow seabeds, others in deep waters, and some even move to follow oil reserves. Here's the fun part. Rigs are like tiny cities. People live there for weeks, with dorms, kitchens, chill spots, and even helipads. Boats also shuttle supplies and crew. Drills, pumps, cranes, and pipelines all work together to pull oil from deep underground and send it for refining. It's a non-stop, high-tech machine, and you're right in the middle of it. Who works here? A lot of people make it run. Drilling engineers keep operations smooth. Rig operators maintain machinery. Mechanics and electricians fix issues, and safety officers or medics handle emergencies. Then, there's the heavy lifting crew. Some start fresh and learn on the job. Others bring skills like welding or pipe fitting. Types of jobs on a rig are varied. Galley hands cook, clean, and serve meals. No diploma needed. Roustabouts move equipment and help wherever needed. The classic entry-level role. Floor hands or roughnecks handle physical work on the drill floor, while welders keep metal structures strong. Derrick hands guide pipes and monitor mixtures. Drillers oversee the whole operation, and rig managers coordinate the crew. Salaries vary. Derrick hands earn about $105,000, drillers $59,000, roughnecks $82,000, roustabouts $80,000, and managers $76,000. Every role matters, creating a smooth, complex ecosystem that keeps the rig alive. Cons of working. Their rig life has its perks, but it's not all easy. Offshore schedules can be intense. Think 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week, sometimes for weeks straight. You're away from family and friends, often in places with no cell service. The weather can be brutal: scorching heat, freezing cold, storms, or waves rocking the rig. Then there's the danger factor. Heavy machinery, chemicals, and constant movement mean you have to stay alert every second. Safety training helps, but risk is part of the job. Still, some people thrive on it, seeing the challenges as part of the adventure, and the pay often makes the hard parts worth it. Entry-level jobs usually don't require degrees or prior experience. Companies train you, offer safety courses, and provide certifications for advanced skills. If you stick around, you can climb from roustabout to floor hand to rig manager. Offshore work also gives travel opportunities. You could be in the Gulf of Mexico 1 month, off the coast of Australia the next, with companies covering travel and accommodations. Pros of working here: money is a big draw. Oil rig jobs pay well, enough to tackle debts, save, or fund big plans. Companies actively hire, and starting salaries can surprise you. Locations are flexible too. Texas, Houston, Dallas, Austin, Fort Worth, you choose. The work itself is never boring. Forget cubicles. Machines break, drills jam, storms hit, pipes need fixing. Every day is different. You're learning constantly, adapting, and gaining skills. High-paying positions don't require a college degree, and there's a clear path to move up. Learn welding, manage crews, specialize in drilling. The industry keeps expanding, and opportunities keep coming. It's hard work, but the payoff, adventure, and growth make it worth it. Market potential. And now, let's talk numbers, because here's where it gets even more interesting. The rig and oilfield market is huge and growing. Back in 2024, it was valued at about $95 billion, and by 2030, it's expected to hit $127 billion. That's a growth rate of around 6% every year. People keep needing energy, so exploration and drilling continue. There's a ton of investment in both onshore and offshore drilling, and new technology is constantly making extraction more efficient and cost-effective. North America holds the largest slice of this market, thanks to the US and Canada being drilling hotspots. Onshore drilling brings in the most revenue because it's cheaper and oil is easier to access, but offshore is growing faster. Deepwater projects are popping up everywhere, and companies need advanced rigs and skilled workers to make them happen. The market drivers are straightforward. Energy demand is rising globally, cities are growing, industries are booming, and transportation still relies heavily on oil. Plus, new drilling technologies like directional drilling, hydraulic fracturing, and automated systems make it possible to reach reserves that were impossible before. And as older onshore reserves run out, offshore and unconventional oil, like shale or oil sands, are where the growth is. Of course, it's not all smooth sailing. Environmental concerns are huge. Spills, pollution, habitat destruction, they all matter. Governments are watching, and compliance costs money. Oil prices fluctuate, which can slow down exploration or reduce investments. But the opportunity's big. Offshore drilling is expanding in Brazil, Norway, Mexico, and beyond. Deepwater technology opens doors to reserves that were untouchable before, and the industry is slowly moving toward cleaner methods, like carbon capture and using AI and IoT for smarter operations. Early adopters of these technologies can really get ahead. So yeah, the rig life is intense, exciting, and full of adventure. It's high-paying, travel-heavy, and offers growth if you're willing to put in the work. The market is booming, technology is evolving, and the world keeps needing energy. How to get started? I know it sounds wild, but hear me out. You can actually start a career here, and it's not as impossible as it seems. First thing first, let's talk about what you need to even think about stepping on a rig. You can't just show up looking strong and hoping for the best. No, rigs want people who are ready to handle long days, heavy lifting, and really unpredictable situations. Physical stamina is huge. Imagine climbing ladders while carrying equipment, standing in wet, slippery areas, and working 12-hour shifts in the blazing sun or freezing winds. You gotta be ready for all that. And it's not just about muscles. Your back, legs, and core need to be solid. You'll have to pass a physical test that proves you can carry 50 pounds, walk a couple of miles with a pack, and move without risk of injury. So, get moving now. Lift, run, stretch, get yourself rig ready before you even look at job postings. But it's not just about strength. You also need mechanical smarts. Rigs are packed with pumps, motors, cranes, drills, and pipes that twist and turn. Even if you're starting as a roustabout, the entry-level labor role, you'll quickly notice that knowing how machinery works gives you a massive edge. If a pipe leaks or a motor jams, someone's got to fix it fast. The more you understand basic mechanics, welding, plumbing, or electrical systems, the faster you climb up the ladder. And speaking of ladders, I don't just mean the metal ones on the platform. Your career ladder is climbing faster than anyone who only shows up with brute strength. Now let's talk teamwork and communication. You might think you're just doing your own job, right? Nope. On a rig, every move you make affects the whole crew. If someone lifts wrong, slips, or misses a step in a safety drill, it could hurt multiple people. You'll be eating, sleeping, and working in tight quarters with the same team for weeks. You need to talk, listen, follow instructions, and sometimes shout over the roar of engines and waves. Quick thinking is crucial too. Equipment fails, weather shifts, accidents happen. Your ability to stay calm, solve problems, and keep the team moving is what separates rookies from veterans. Next up, education and certifications. Don't freak out. Oil rigs aren't just for engineers with PhDs. You can start small. For entry-level roles, you need basic schooling. But if you want to move up, technical courses are your ticket. Courses in welding, pipe fitting, electrical work, and machinery operation matter a lot. Then there's safety training, BOSIET for offshore survival, HOOT for helicopter escape, and H2S awareness for gas safety. These aren't just papers to hang on the wall, they're lifesavers. Companies see them and instantly know you're serious and ready. So, how do you actually get started? First, check if you meet basic eligibility. 18 plus, medically fit, mentally ready for isolation, and 12-hour shifts. Next, get familiar with the oil and gas industry. Watch videos, read blogs, talk to people who have done it. Know the difference between onshore and offshore rigs. Understand roles like roustabout, floor hand, driller, and deckhand. This knowledge isn't for show. It helps you figure out where you fit in and shows employers you're serious. Then, choose your path. Do you want hands-on labor, or are you eyeing specialized technical roles? If it's labor, roustabout is your entry ticket. You'll do cargo, equipment cleaning, and general support. If you want to weld, handle hydraulics, or work as an electrician, you'll need the courses, maybe an apprenticeship, and a bit of patience climbing up the ranks. Here's the cool part. Experience counts. Even outside rigs, worked in construction, shipyards, refineries, or factories. That matters. If you've operated heavy machinery, fixed motors, or even handled plumbing, these are skills companies love. Even a short stint as a mechanic or electrician puts you ahead of someone who's fresh off the street. Once you've got some experience, it's time for the resume and cover letter. Keep it simple, strong, and honest. Highlight physical fitness, technical skills, and teamwork. Don't exaggerate. Rig life weeds out fluff fast. Tailor it for the role. If applying for roustabout, emphasize adaptability and stamina. If it's deckhand, mention mechanical or boating experience. Now, apply for entry-level positions. Land-based rigs are easier to start with than offshore. They're less strict on advanced certifications, and you can pick up on-the-job training. Offshore rigs, you'll need BOSIET and other safety courses. And yes, that certification often has a shelf life of 4 years, so keep it current. While working, keep learning and growing. Cross-training is gold. Learn electrical systems, welding, hydraulics, crane operation, whatever you can. This skill stack makes you invaluable. Many drillers started as roustabouts. Some engineers began in basic labor. Your ability to adapt and learn fast can get you promoted faster than anyone. Lastly, mental toughness. Being away from home for weeks, constant noise, rough weather, seasickness, and unpredictable schedules. These are real. The rig tests patience, resilience, and grit. Form friendships, keep a routine, find personal downtime, and yes, a good sense of humor helps more than you think. Veterans often say camaraderie is what makes rig life survivable. Gear matters too. Boots with grip, waterproof layers, gloves, headlamps, cushioned socks. They sound small, but after 12 hours of work, they make a huge difference. And always use your PPE correctly. Helmets, gloves, safety glasses. Don't skip. You'll see it saves lives every day. So, here's the deal. Start strong with fitness. Build mechanical skills. Get certifications. Gain experience anywhere you can. Craft a solid resume, apply for entry-level jobs, and climb your way up while learning fast.